Hello and welcome to today's Grace's Dreams workshop. In today's workshop, we're going to make our very own Windcatchers. Isn't it cool? So if you would like to make your very own Windcatcher, what you will need for today's workshop is 1 straw, some glue, 1 pair of scissors, and 2 pieces of A4 paper. Now, while you're waiting for your play specialist to get that, we will start with today's story. Yummy, yummy food for my tummy. Far, far, far away, in the middle of the deep blue sea, were 2 small islands. On Banana Island, there lived a little chimp called George. And on Coconut Island, there lived a little chimp called Jess. One day, George saw Jess and thought, "Whoa, she looks friendly." And Jess saw George and thought, "Hey, he looks nice." And they both thought what fun it would be to share a banana milkshake and a piece of coconut cake. But there was a problem. In the deep blue sea between the 2 islands were sharks! Yummy, 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 food for my tummy, the sharks sang when they saw the little chimps. "Don't worry," shouted George to Jess. "I have a plan. I'll make some wings from the leaves of my banana tree and fly across to visit you." George flapped and flapped his new wings. He jumped up and down and he didn't fly. Yummy, 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 food for my tummy, the shark sang, snapping at his little chimp toes. "I've got it!" shouted Jess to George excitedly. "I'll tunnel deep under the sea and come to visit you." Jess dug and dug and dug, but the sharks heard the digging noise. Yummy, 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 food for my tummy, they all sang as they smashed and bashed the tunnel with their huge noses until it flooded. "Never mind," called George. "I've got another idea." Jess watched as George tied slippery banana skins to his hands and feet and started to ski surf across the sea. Jess knew that this was the silliest idea yet, but before she could warn him, he fell in. Yummy, 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 food for my tummy. George swam faster and faster. The sharks got closer and closer. George made it. Just in time. "Well done," called Jess. Jess soon thought of a brilliant plan. "This will scare the sharks away," she shouted to George. With a mighty roar, she jumped out from behind the tree, waving her arms around. But the sharks were not in the least bit afraid. They found the Krabby Coconut outfit very funny and began to roar with laughter. Yummy, 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 food for my tummy. "This is no good," thought the little chimp. "We've tried every idea in our heads. We need to think of something new if we're going to ever get to share milkshake and cake." They both climbed up their trees, a very good place to go when you need to think. As the chimps climbed, higher and higher the trees began to bend. The higher they climbed, the more trees bent and bent and bent until, we'll be eaten for sure. Then, as if by magic, the tree tops met, tangled tightly together to form a huge leafy knot. "Hooray! We're saved!" cried George and Jess, out of reach of the hungry, horrible sharks. And they were together. "Hi, George," said Jess. "Hello, Jess," said George. To celebrate, George and Jess had a party with music and dancing and of course lots of banana milkshakes and coconut cake. The end. Okay, so for the start of our workshop you need to start with 2 pieces of paper, different colours if you would prefer, or you could colour them in yourself. So with the first piece you need to fold it in half like this. And then once you've folded it in half once, then you've got to fold in half again, like this. And then it will look like this. And then once you've done that, you've got to do it again. So then we've got our paper is now this size. Now, once you've done that, then you can draw or you can cut. I'm going to start drawing. You need to draw like a petal type shape on the paper, like so. A shape like that. And then with your scissors, with it all still folded in half, you're going to cut this shape out. And it can be quite tough, so please ask an adult to help with this part if you need. It's quite fiddly and tough because we're cutting through. When you folded it over so many times, it's like it's loads of different paper. Loads of levels to it. So we're going to cut it round like so. So now we have loads. I'm going to put this now to the side. And we're going to do the same with the next piece of paper. So we're going to fold it in half, like so. And then we're going to fold it in half again. Like so. And then one final time, fold it in half, like so. And now it's this size. Again, we will draw our petal shape on the paper. You can use your other one and draw around as an outline if you want, but it doesn't matter if they're different sizes. Okay. And then once you've done that, you need to cut it out, like so. And this is quite fiddly as well. And there you go. So now you have two piles of paper that's been cut out. Now our next thing that we need to do is we need to get our glue. And with our glue, we're going to start gluing them together, like so. So I'm going to put some glue on here, and I'm going to glue it together, like so. So now those two are glued together. Then I'm going to get my pink, and I'm going to glue it on top of my yellow one. Right there. I'm going to put some glue on, like so, and then I'm going to stick it on to my yellow one. And then I'm going to glue my yellow one on to my pink one, like so. Get my glue, and I'm going to glue it there, like that. Then again, with another piece of my yellow one, I'm going to glue it on. Oops. All of my petals want to be glued down already. That's like that. It's made really nice colours so far together like that. Then I'm going to do the same with my yellow one. I'm going to glue it down on top of my pink one, like so. And then I'm going to do the same again with my pink one. And then I'm going to do the same again with my yellow one. I think I'll still get a few more on. one. And then my pink one. It's going to go here. Like that. And there's enough on now, but if you want to put one more, I'm going to put one more just to make sure there's the same amount. Doesn't need to be the same amount, no. I'm going to put one more on the end. Right here. There's my last one. And now you'll have something that looks like this. Now that's really pretty. Now once it's dried, we'll give it a bit of time to dry, but I'm going to do it straight away. To get a sharp pencil and try and make a hole in the middle, like so. I'm just going to push my pencil through and make a hole, like that. And I've made my hole. Now for our next hole, I'm going to use a straw, but you can use a pencil, and I'm going to stick my straw through like that. So now it looks like this. So I stick my straw through. Now to keep it on, once you've done that, you can either use like something like glue, but I'm just going to cut my straw like that, and I'm going to cut it again. Now this bit's really fiddly, so please ask an adult to help with this. Do another one like that, and like that. Okay, so now I've got about 4 sections on my straw, which I'm going to bend over like this. So I've bent them over a bit like this so now it won't come off. And now to decorate this, just to make it look a little bit nicer, with our petals that we have left, I'm going to stick them on to those parts of the straw. So I'm going to put one on this piece, like that. It's so thin, it might take a while to stick down. Or, because they're so small, we can cut these down and make them a little bit smaller. So we fold our petals in half, and from folding them in half, just try and do the same outline, but a smaller version. That's one petal. Now, because I put glue on it, it's decided to stick. It's one petal. And with this one petal, I'm going to put some glue on again, like so. I'm going to put my piece of the straw through it, and I'm going to glue it down like so. So now my piece of the straw is on there, like that. And then with my next piece, I'm going to get my next pink piece, cut it down like so. And I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to put glue on, enough glue so it sticks, and I'm going to do the same, like this. So now we've got our extra petals, which are going around like this. And then I'm going to do the same with another pink one. So now you've got the option of doing them this way, or you've got the option of doing them this way, if you would like. Sticking the straw down on it and then bending it over. But I think this way looks nicer. So I'm going to carry on doing mine this way. And then my next yellow one, I'm going to fold in half and cut, just make it a smaller version, like so. Put some glue on. And put it on like this. And then you could plop a sticker in the middle there if you have any stickers. Make it a little bit more shiny. Sticker I'm plopping in the middle. My hands are very gluey, so it might not stay on as much. The sticker I've put in the middle. Okay, and so there we have, once we've bent it over like so, here we have our wind die. And then when it's windy, it will, you can fold it round, make sure it's bent over, like that. And then when it's windy, you can pull it round like that. And it will blow in the wind. Or you could blow it yourself. Isn't that exciting? Well done with today's workshop, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it.